Hey everybody, Nick from TryRig here, and today's video is going to be an unboxing and a tech demo of our brand new Scoops Evo. These are our brand new high-sided ultra-long arm cups, available in both open back and closed back versions. These are relatively simple and straightforward products, but there are one or two little surprises to them. So it's worth going through and showing you exactly how these all work. And when you open the boxes, you're going to see a little bit of hardware and then the scoops themselves. The hardware starts with these. These are our custom oval countersunk washers that help provide additional security and longevity to the cup, ensuring that you're not digging a fastener into that carbon fiber surface. So you'll want to use these wherever you use your screws. We include both some M5 and M6 countersunk screws for use with whichever aero bar you might have, and they come in a couple of different lengths. Underneath that, you're going to find both the scoop itself as well as the additional pads. And these pads are not exactly the same. You're going to get a thin version of the pad, which comes standard on the cup pre-installed, and a slightly thicker version of the pad. The 4mm thin version is already pre-installed, and the 6mm slightly thicker version is the spare version. Having two different versions of the pad enables you to adjust not only the cushioning, but also the diameter of the grip surface. So the thicker pad will also help if you have slightly smaller arms. And as you'll see, these are very high-sided cups. They are much higher than standard cups, and that's so that they can wrap around your arm better for additional comfort and control when you're in the aero bars. And you'll see they come pretty far from basically the forearm to almost the wrist. So they provide quite a bit of that comfort and control, even of what you get from like a super extension or a custom extension, but with the benefit of really easy bolt-on set and forget installation. And speaking of that installation, it's very easy. You just peel the pad and you get this beautiful 3x5 hole pattern. And then they are countersunk into the surface of the carbon fiber. Scoops Evo are carbon fiber throughout. And then the pads are these textured neoprene pads with the sweat drainage. They're really a nice, easy set and forget product. Really great grip and control as well. So a couple of the things I wanted to mention about this product, not only the high sides and the really nice hole pattern that you get, but I'd like to compare them against really what is their direct predecessor. So this is the very first product at TryRig that we called Scoops. Now we call them Scoops Carbon. And they had a sort of similar aesthetic and idea, but you can see that the shapes are quite a bit different here. This is Scoops Evo on the left with Scoops Carbon on the right. This is the very first product that bore the Scoops name. It's been on the market for almost 10 years, and it really was the standard in long arm cups for a long time and really sort of established this segment of the market, not only for us, but more generally. There are very few places that you can find this kind of product then and even now. And Scoops Evo is an evolution of that design and thought process. It maintains the same concept of really hugging your arm in an ergonomic way for better comfort and control over the bicycle, but now you can see that the shaping has gotten quite a bit more complicated, where the original Scoops Carbon is really just a profile that gets extruded out. Scoops Evo is a fully three-dimensional shape that changes in all respects. It's not just a cylindrical extrusion. It has one shaping at the rear and tapers going forward to better conform to the shape of your arm, which also, is a three-dimensional shape and has different surfaces and different diameters as you go along the forearm. So this is really the new standard in terms of bolt-on arm cups that are not super extensions. We would call this basically the culmination of everything that we've learned in terms of developing arm cups, ergonomics, aerodynamics. These were tested and validated in the wind tunnel. They're very, very easy to use. You just unbolt whatever cups are on your bike to begin with, and you can put these on right on top. The way that you do that is you take those countersunk washers and you place them in any of the holes that are available for installation. Our recommendation at TryRig is that the gold standard is a minimum of 2 fore-aft fasteners, 20mm apart. If your installation allows it, You can get even further strength by using 40mm apart holes, so 2 holes apart. But regardless of what you do or how you want to install them, you definitely need 2 per cup, and we always recommend fore aft, not side to side or lateral installation. That is much weaker and isn't going to give you the same level of stability and security. If your particular aero bar doesn't allow for fore aft installation, we recommend our wingspan adapters. They help convert some of those less stable aero bars into more stable situations for installation of scoops. But basically any 2 holes, especially if they're fore aft, some folks, and if their bike permits it, will use a diagonal installation pattern. That's also acceptable and can be great. It can actually improve stability and strength. I tend to try and do an installation pattern like this when I can, fore aft separated by 2 holes. This is a super strong setup, but regardless, you place the oval washers wherever you want them, and then the countersunk screws go in through there. Scoops Evo is available in both an open back version and a closed back version. The open back version is going to be great for folks that might still be adapting to their position or unsure what their position is, or folks that like to move around quite a bit on the aero bars. This allows you to move without having anything stopping your way in the back. However, that stop in the back can actually be a benefit. Bike fitters like Jim Manton have told us that he uses closed back scoops as a fitting tool because it helps ensure that you're in the same place every time. So he likes to have riders use closed back scoops exclusively to ensure that they are not moving around as much on the bike and that they're staying in the position that has been best designed and is best suited for them ergonomically in the long run. So we love our closed back scoops. Personally, I tend to use them just about exclusively on my builds, but everybody is different, and so we offer both versions. These are available right now in the TriRig store. Check out everything else about Scoops Evo and the rest of our products at tririg.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.